There we go.
Now go back over to
Cue Udicci.TV.
Come on, let's get this show rolling. We're going. Quiet from the peanut gallery. Peanut gallery. The Harper Brothers.
Let me know when you're ready.
Hey,
Cue in
hey, we got a live stream.
on your account, Mike.
3, 2.
Good evening, and welcome to Udicci.TV, and welcome to tonight's show, Thursday Night Social. We thank you for coming down to join us. For the few of us who have joined us underground tonight, we are actually thankful to have a little bit less of a crowd than last week. We had a few little technical issues that we have to deal with, but that's all part of growth. So for those of you who are watching online, we do want to thank you. We appreciate all the support that we're getting in the community. We're going to talk about that a lot more tonight. Little slight change up in our format tonight as I'm going to rename the beginning segment from soapbox to soliloquy. Now why that is because basically I always find that I'm really just talking to myself here, and I really kind of want people to start thinking that that's exactly what I'm doing, because I don't want you to think that I'm actually saying things to you like, please change the way you think. But that's actually what I want to talk about tonight. And I want to actually think about, like, what is a relationship, and what does it mean to have a relationship and be in a relationship, and, what indeed is a relationship. And I know for myself, when I start thinking about what a relationship is, it's this intriguing kind of entity, if you will. It's something that exists. It's completely intangible. And a relationship truly only exists when two or more entities come together. And why does it exist? And what can we do with that relationship? And I really want to start thinking about relationships, but not only between two individuals, but within our community. And what does it mean to have a relationship with the community? And how about within business? What does it mean when your business has a relationship with its marketplace? And that's kind of where I'm at tonight, and just starting to think. Tonight I am thinking a little bit more personally on this, and I guess I have to turn on my little clicker changer thing here.
Hold on, I got to log in.
Oh, hold on. We have
Technical
to log in. All right. We always did say that we are Wayne's World of here, and can anybody tell me why this is not turning on tonight?
Hold on. Oh, on the side? First off, we got to log in. We got logged off up here.
What do you mean we got what got logged off? I mean, we're still streaming.
Yeah, we're still streaming.
So this is like a real serious moment here for those out in Wonderland. Luckily, we know that we have about a 30-second delay, and nobody really knows what's going on right now.
And then they'll have a 30-second delay while they wait for us.
All right, and in the meantime, I'm going to just have you go ahead and click, and while you're trying to figure out why this thing won't turn on.
Okay.
Off stage, and we're going to continue right back with where I was talking about relationships and kind of what they mean, which means I have to have you click to my next little point there. Are you got it on? No, yeah, there you go. Perfect. Thank you. All right, actually, for those of you who think that was not planned, it actually was all part of the show. And that's kind of why we like to have fun, because it kind of makes it look like we don't know what we're doing sometimes. But actually, when it comes to relationships, it's important to be able to rely upon those that are relying upon you. And here it is, I'm going out to the worldwide stage right here, and being seen by multiples and multiples of ones and twos. And we're having a little fun. But really, when I do talk about relationships, it is important to be able to rely on people, but we started talking about what it means to be in a relationship, and what I'm starting to think is it really starts to speak to being like-minded. And it's where we have something in common. It's either that we want to work together towards something, there's something that we share. And I know that it seems obvious to say that, but I think it's important that we really begin thinking about relationships and in a way that is more than just that they exist. I think we need to start learning to appreciate those relationships around us a little bit more, and finding and looking for our commonalities and looking for what is good in those relationships. And one of the important things here that I'm starting to see is that we don't always have to agree. In fact, it's pretty important that we don't agree at all times. I think if we did, not only would it be a pretty boring place, but we really wouldn't grow as individuals. But it's important that we learn to respect one another even when we disagree. And even respecting the disagreement is a form of like-mindedness and helps grow relationship. So as I think through all of this, and I see that my clicker is not working again, Tim, watch this. This was not planned. The clicker part wasn't planned. In fact, neither was the log in, log out piece. But okay, here we go. No, we do not. We do not have it. I need to go to 3. No, Mike, the perspective 3. Now you've really just kind of. Yeah, give it to the associate director for a moment. And it's all right. Great. So let's see. We're going to have Tim sitting up here playing, and I actually have another minute or two that I can think through this. What really hit me recently is this idea, and I think I see it a lot more in our younger generation, and maybe it's just social media as a whole that makes it really obvious, but it's this whole idea that the heart wants what the heart wants, and that we are somehow driven by, and that we should take action by what our heart tells us to do. And I have a bit of an issue with that when I really think through that. It's we have all these people getting divorces. Now you hear things like, well, we just fell out of love. And I don't feel that love is just a simple emotion, and nor do I think that our emotions are what should drive us. You see, emotions are really very subjective. And what we're talking about there is that's really just your own personal opinion on something. They're not objective. And I think that oftentimes we need to rely a little bit more on our logical mind. And that's not to say that we should ignore our emotions, because by no means should we do that. They're actually that which brings spice and joy, and we have to embrace those emotions. But I think that's exactly what I'm trying to get to. That if we could actually begin to act more on what is right versus on what we feel, eventually what we feel would feel more right. And I think our emotions are very self-focused. I was in a conversation recently, and I recall something like, getting upset. And by no means did I want the person to be upset. It's just I'm not a professional communicator. I'm pretty much like 99.9% of the people in the world. I never went to college for communications. It's not what I do. And what I know is that many cultures, we speak very differently. We communicate very differently. I recently learned in some cultures it's completely wrong to look people in the eyes. They find that as offensive. And if you were to go to in one of those cultures and you were brought up to look somebody in the eyes, did you mean to offend them? No, in fact, you meant to show them respect. And that's my exact point. It seems like we've become this nation of people who looks for what's wrong. What's wrong with what's going on? What's wrong? What did I do wrong? And why do I get offended? And I think we need to stop looking at ourselves a little bit more and start taming our heart. And from there, I want to actually click to my next slide here. We're not getting the click still, huh? So this is going to make our life a little bit more difficult. So we might actually have to bring over a computer for the clicking. All right. It's not clicking. Can we just go to the next one here? All right. So this is going to be a little bit more.
Not quite sure what.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you can continue playing here. And I'm going to say, because one of the things is I'm going to say, we need to be vulnerable. See, now I think you think I'm sitting here playing with all these things going wrong, but again, we put ourselves out there for the world to see our failures. And we do that because we want people to know it's okay to fail. In fact, I believe that in order to succeed, we need to fail continuously. We need to learn from those failures. But so many people don't want to open themselves up to vulnerability. But we have to be vulnerable. If we're not vulnerable, how are we going to grow? How are we going to learn to trust? And any time you're a leader or you want to take a step out beyond your comfort zone, you are going to be vulnerable, and it's okay. And if we could just learn to surround one another and with perspectives of love where we're actually most focused on the good of one another, and if we could go about assuming that we are actually there for the good of one another, instead of assuming that the other person who's talking to us is trying to find some fault in ourselves, maybe perhaps we could begin to be a little bit more encouraging. And what I guess I'm really saying here is that if I find myself offended, it's really me. It is something within myself that I have perceived that you have communicated to me or you have done to me. And why should I be so concerned about myself when there is you and when there is more than me in the world? And am I so important that I deserve to get everything perfectly given to me? No, I'm really not. And I guess I want to challenge people to start looking for the good. Instead of going, what's wrong? When we ask, how about what's right? What's right in what we're doing these days? And maybe with that, we can get a little bit more of the heart wants what the heart wants, and that the heart will actually get what the heart wants when we start giving to one another that which we do want to receive. So a little bit of technical difficulties in our opening soliloquy today, but we're going to go ahead and just continue forward here. And with that, as I see our associate director in the background getting all excited, that seems to be that he's figured out what is going wrong with our little clicker thing. And we are going to move on now and bring Tim up to the Udicci.TV for this evening. All right, a little bumpy? What's that? Here you go. You can do that. All right, so you got it going?
I think.
You think? All right, look at that. It actually did something here, and here we go. I'm going to have to go through these.
Oh, you.
All right. What's that?
Okay.
All right, so Mike, let's have you bring us back, please, to the previous segment.
You know how?
All righty. So,
Is it
Yep,
right here?
up top. There you go.
All right.
all right, so forgive our little technical difficulties to start the night, but that's all. It's all good. As long as it's only myself that looks bad, I'm okay with that. As long as we never allow our guests to look bad. So with tonight, so tonight we've got a fun show going on tonight. But before we get into the show, I thought we'd kind of a little bit chit chat through the week. And I probably do need Mike to try to actually find that segment for us. Looks like maybe that first segment's missing, but we're good with that. I was telling Mike earlier tonight as I was preparing this my soliloquy for the day here about a story that I heard, and I thought it was really intriguing when the story was this. There was a young man who had actually gone to work, and he started working for a guy who he said was a very harsh leader. And he remembers talking about that. This guy really knew his stuff, but he was very, very difficult to work for. And he recalled the story that anytime that they would go out together, that the leader would follow up the next day with like an email, and every time he read the email, it was something like, well, you did this tonight, right? You did this and you did this, but you should have done this better and you should have done that better. And the guy recalls the story going, every time I got these emails, I was so dejected. I was so thrown. And he says, I just couldn't really deal with it. So after a couple months of working with this guy and the little bit of time that they got to spend together, it was like they would spend a little time together and then he'd get this long email.
Right.
And he finally sat down one day and says, I really find it very difficult to work with you. I said, when we're together, you're like this great guy and you're very encouraging. He says, and then I get these emails from you and it's just like the whole world is wrong. And the leader says, stopped him right there. He says, hold on. He says, I'm afraid you're reading the tone of my emails wrong. He says, I want you from now on, when I send you an email, imagine a smile on my face as I write them. And the guy said that changed his life. He said he went back through and he read those emails as if the guy had a smile on his face, and he completely saw every point differently and how encouraging it actually was. It was actually the same feeling that he got when he left the guy, but it was such that this concept that people look for the bad. We expect that we did something wrong, and instead he had this leader telling him, fantastic job, this is how you could even be better. Wow, wonderful job. If you did this, you'd be fantastic. But because the kid was always looking for what was wrong, he never saw how good he had it. And he said it changed his life, and that job went on and did great things in it. So that was kind of a little bit of the inspiration for tonight, and I kind of thought that was fun.
Interesting.
But, all right, so we actually we had Soho this week.
Yeah, Soho was interesting.
It was interesting. Talk a little bit about that.
Soho, for those that don't know, small office, home office, And essentially, there was, just over 100 booths there, I think.
I'm thinking.
And I think that's what they had announced. And there's everything from dinosaur barbecue, which we were eating at 9:30 in the morning and drinking wine across the aisle, and from Casa Larga to other technology companies and magazines. And our lawyer was there, and which was really fun. And then there's just a lot of really good people there, a lot of good talent, a lot of good products there. And we had our mobile studio set up. We made we had a cameo appearance by Ulysses in Stickman.
We're going to start doing the stick pose.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how many people did that yesterday. It's like, what's up with the stick pose?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. It's just
there were three or
it's
four
just a
that did
pose.
it. Yeah, but
I'm thinking it should be the new planking thing.
yeah.
Or
if you're
what
gonna-
do they
if
call
you're
it?
gonna-
Perching, planking, now posing.
Yeah.
I think from now on, everybody, if we see you, please do the stick figure pose.
There you go. Photobomb.
But that's exactly what we're supposed to do. Stick figure.
Hashtag.
And hey, that's kind of fun because actually, we normally introduce Mike during this period, but Mike decided to just walk over and introduce himself, so it's kind of fun.
I'll just introduce myself and cut you guys off for a second.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Mike, producer at large, and here comes Chuck, photobombing me. Hashtag
Video bomb.
stick figure. And it was a great time. I mean, we were constantly sharing our message, which is the hope of sharing your message. So come and see us down at Blue Bar and Grill, and I'll send it back to you guys.
All right. So tonight's show is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Actually, and straight out of Soho, we actually have Josephine here from the Rochester International Film Festival. That's kind of exciting. I actually just met her yesterday, and very intriguing to hear. This is going to sound bad. I've lived here for how many years? I didn't even know we had an international film festival.
How many years?
Sorry.
How many years was it?
56 years. Now, I did read on that interwebs thing today that it is actually the longest running independent or just any kind of film festival. Yeah. Short film. So here it is. We've got this yet another amazing Rochester thing that I didn't know of. So I'm actually very excited to learn about that tonight.
Definitely.
Of course, we've got 15 minutes with Julio and Tag. They'll be kind of fun.
Boo,
Boo, that's all good there. We got a few other things we're going to be talking about later on. You're going to want to tune in for, and Mike, get me right here, bourbon, bikes, and barbecue.
Yes.
And
Triple B.
here's a new thing. I think we may have a new barbecue place in town. When you guys taste Josh's ribs, the beans, the baked beans, amazing. So he's going to be down here a little bit later. We're looking forward to those ribs. So if you get down here in the next,
Nice.
if you get down here in the next 45 minutes, we'll have some ribs with us on that side of things.
Everybody's getting excited.
So and then what else do we have going on? We just have a few little things going on. Anything fun?
Last week or this week?
I don't know.
It's been a blur these past 2 weeks, and it just keeps getting more interesting. Yesterday, I'm still tired from yesterday. My mind hasn't completely recovered yet. That was nonstop, so it was good.
I don't think I've actually stopped yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I kept going. I actually kept the night
Kept the
going.
pace
I
going.
kept rocking it out. Good times. Hey, hashtag Garrett, how you doing? Anyways, we had a little bit of fun. All right, well, I guess then we'll just keep the show moving forward, and we'll bring up Josephine from the Rochester Film Festival here, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. All right? So come on up. Come on, join us here. All right. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Good. Oh, look here. We got some notes. We got some great things here. So now this has got to be a little bit unique here. After 56 years, I bet you've never actually been on a social media studio
Absolutely not.
with a set made out of pallets.
Am I? Yeah, that sounds good. It's a nice location. Very nice.
Well, we appreciate you coming out on such short notice, and I definitely do. I'd like to hear a little bit about the history, I guess, of the Rochester Film Festival. And you said short films, and maybe what that's a little bit about. So nobody better to answer all of our questions than you.
Well, in 1959, a group of engineers from Kodak got together and decided they wanted to make some films. So they made a few films and went on. Eventually incorporated international films, eventually came to a higher level. We've had Academy Award-winning short films and so on. And so now our 56th Film Festival being shown this year at April 10 to 12. with the filmmakers here, that we have a talk back and so on like this. So it's going to be a great festival.
I did not. So you've actually had Academy Award winners in the past. How often? How does that happen on the short films? What is that like? I mean,
Well, for example, we've even had, if you remember, Karen Allen. She was in Raiders of the Lost Ark, and she made a film that was really exciting, and that was in our festival. We had the famous Paula Abdul. She was in one of our films, and we've had so many other notable people. And sometimes, actually, we have a film this year called Sidekick that is made by the producers of The King of Queens, which many people know from television. And I am trying very hard to get those filmmakers here to Rochester, but they say, Josephine, we have in production, we can't come. I said, put a stop for a day or two and come to Rochester. I don't know if they can.
that's exciting. So most of these filmmakers then are, I think I saw someplace by Shoestring budget and then you have some that are actually well funded then.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit across the board.
And we have some that come from universities. For example, Florida State University has been sending films for years, and they are the ones who pay for the actors and the sets and all the workers and everything, and they send outstanding films. And we do have a couple in this year also.
So what can we expect if we show up on April 10th, 11th, or 12th? And I see that it starts at 8 o'clock Thursday through Saturday, and there's a number of places. What can you expect? I mean, there's short films. Do you come in and watch one, then there's a break, or two, or how does it run?
Well, we will start at 8 o'clock with a few words of welcome and telling, how we do things. And basically speaking...
Some that are actually well-funded then.
A little introduction on how we select these films. We probably had 150 films that were submitted, and we do have a website, www.rochesterfilmfest.org, and people send us films through Letterboxd and so on. So we have a membership. 25 people will look at these films, and then we have a sheet, and it says on there, evaluated for the acting, for the writing, for the technical aspects, everything. And after that, we have a discussion. So with the discussion, oh wow, they sometimes get heated because you have a film that you really want to be kept for final judging, and the majority of people do not, and you try and convince them, or maybe the other way around. So we take a vote which films are going to be kept for final judging. So therefore, final judging then was held, and we had probably 100 films, and from there we then with the final judging, narrowed it down to 28. So 28 films will be shown. So to your question, what will you see when you come? On Thursday night, there'll be 7. Friday night, there'll be 7. Saturday at 4 o'clock, there'll be 7. And Saturday night, there'll be 7. We have filmmakers coming. How do you find out which films? Go to our website, and they're all listed.
So when you talk about like that, some of them are for the acting, some of them for the cinematography, will you introduce that as such? So like myself, I'm just learning to appreciate the different angles of filmmaking, if you will. Will you actually tell us, hey, watch for this?
Well, very good question. I have to tell you that you have to watch for everything, because we do not give it an award for just one aspect. It has to be a whole combination. It has to be everything, has to be the top. And so what you see will be the best in acting. We have comedies, we have narratives. We actually have a very interesting one that's, I guess we can call it experimental. Some classical music was taken, and there were just these drawings, and you just watch 5 minutes or so, and it's very interesting. So that's experimental.
That's cool. It actually sounds very intriguing. Now, you mentioned something about the award, and I'm guessing that this is the award here. It's the Movies on a Shoestring. Is the same award every year? Is it? I mean,
Yes,
people get,
no.
how many get awarded?
Well, the awards, and this is what pleases the filmmakers, that if they're going to make the effort to come here to Rochester, we give them to every film that's screened. We do not make categories. We just give them, to all the filmmakers. So therefore, by the way, the Shoestring, yes, it has to do with the budget, but more so, 1959, they were using Super 8, which is as thin as a shoestring. And that's why these filmmakers took a shoestring, dipped it in silver, and then made the little plaque with the name of the person and so on like that.
Okay, so this is kind
Everyone
of
gets one.
a little side. Funny thing is, and now everything's Shoestring budget, and it's actually how people refer to us. So that's why when we saw Shoestring, that's pretty fantastic. Now you have a number of sponsors. I see in your book here. I figured it'd probably make some sense to give a shout out to some of the sponsors there.
Well, our sponsors, we have some very loyal people like Lori's Natural Food, always supports us there. Java's, Howie from Sticky Lips, Tolly, Tandor, and this year a new one was Blue Wolf of Bistro. I guess they just opened a few months ago, and so they came right on and took the back cover.
Well, yeah, it's very exciting. On the so a couple pieces here. Earlier we were looking at a couple shows. There was one from Rochester that you had mentioned. There was actually a couple of filmmakers from Rochester, right?
Yes, actually, there are 6 guys who work at a online marketing firm, and they all got together, or 6 people, there are women in there, and they made this film called Tin Cans, and that's going to be shown on Thursday night. Another local connection, he no longer lives here, but his mom does, and that is the film called Shenanigans, a very funny film. Other films that we have that I would recommend, all of them, of course, but Sidekick. Sidekick, as I mentioned, that's the producers of The King of Queens and so on, and it's a guy who's a sidekick to superheroes, and unfortunately, he gets dismissed, and now he has to find another job. So that's on Saturday night, very funny. Butterfly Dreams, a nice film. It's about a little girl in India, and people probably don't know of some of the conditions around the world, but these little girls, 10 years old, 11 years old, they're working in factories, and this little girl decides she wants to learn to speak English. To read. And so she tries to find a way to do that. And guess what? The filmmaker apologizes greatly that he cannot come to our festival. Why? Because on the 13th, Sunday the 13th, he is flying to India to make this short into a feature.
Oh, wonderful.
So that's going to be great. Yeah.
So now will the little girl get a little more exposure in this one then?
I don't know who he's going to use for the characters. It'll be interesting to see if he uses the same ones. Yeah.
Now, I saw one earlier that was 911 that I thought was a very interesting concept. Yeah, I don't know if you screened all those, but for those, I'll share a little bit. I thought it's very intriguing. The trailer, basically just opens up with this young man going down the road. Maybe I don't want to give away what happens there on the road, but he picks up the phone and he calls 911 to find out. And he's like, I've just done this thing, but he won't say what it was. And on the other end of the phone is his mother, the 911 operator, and they start to realize that who one another is, and they're in a bit of a quandary now because what's going to happen to her son and versus what she's got to do in her job. I thought that was a great concept when I plugged that one on. And for the people who want to, they can go out to the website, and there's all how many? 48?
28.
28. There's 28 of the trailers there that you really should get out there and watch. Pretty exciting.
Just click on it says Program 2014, and you can see those.
That's right. Now the cost to get in on each night.
Oh wow, the cost is the best. We realize everybody has different economic situations, and so therefore we do not charge any admission. We are very thankful to all of those who throw money into the pot, but if you don't have any, you're welcome to come, because anyway, we've always felt it was most important to have these filmmakers have a full house. Seats 500, and there were times when we turned people away. So come on down to the shows, and you don't have to worry about any fee.
And it's at the Dryden Theater in the George Eastman House. And is there any cocktails, anything else that are available there?
Actually, we don't, since the theater, Dryden Theater, has just been renovated, there is a cafe. People can go over there and have things beforehand, but you can't bring anything into the theater. We do go out with the filmmakers afterwards, and people are welcome to join us if they wish.
So where's the after party typically?
Well, you'll have to come down and find out. We give that.
Absolutely.
We'll tell that down there.
All right, that's fantastic. Anything else that you'd like to share?
Well, I just wanted to mention there is a really interesting film called We Are Enemies, and it's about World War II. It's a short film, 10, 11 minutes, and it's about two different, one Russian soldier, one German soldier, and when one shoots the other, then what happens? It's made by a filmmaker from Russia who's now in California. Another one we have is Tag. That is such a powerful movie. I cannot say anything about it, but it's about 5 minutes long. The Day of Wrath Also, a very, very interesting, it takes place in the mountains with two guys who have always been competitive friends, and what happens up there in the mountains. And we also have an interesting only documentary this year. It's called Cinema Time Capsule, and that's a story about the 75th anniversary of an old projector up in Providence, Rhode Island. And the filmmaker is coming down, not the older man, he's not able to travel, who owns and runs the projector.
Well, I know we won't be able to make it to Thursday because we'll be here, but I definitely am very interested in coming out. So this is fantastic. And if there's anything you want to do between next Thursday, give us a shout. We'll make sure we get that out there a little bit more.
And when you come down on Friday, Saturday, whatever, let me know, and I'll give a shout out and say we want to recognize it. I'll tell everybody this brand new, fantastic Udicci, which is tremendous with a tremendous chuck.
All right. Well, thank you very much,
Thank
Josephine.
you.
We
Very much
appreciate it very
appreciated.
much. All right. What's that? Yeah, go ahead and show the video. Yep.
Was it okay? I thought we were going to be seeing it.
No, we took that off. Yeah, we can see it later on. But
No, but that's... We were the one that's talking here on this thing, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, he's going to show you that, and he's actually running your video now. Yeah, we're actually bringing on the next show, and now I get to kind of take a break.
Oh, they do themselves good. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
No, thank you. Thank you.
No, we do it now, really. Tell me that you're there.
All right.
And they want me to be the MC this year because the guy who's the president doesn't have it.
Actually, I hope that I can get down there. I think it'd be quite interesting. So I guess without further ado, we actually will go ahead and turn this over to the reason that everybody tunes in, and that is 15 minutes with Julio and Tag. But for whatever reason, they're not standing here, ready to go on. 8 o'clock, as promised.
My agent said I have to be on by 8:15.
8:15?
8:15.
All right.
Has something to do with Latino laws in America.
Okay. Well, I guess I should have just guessed a little bit of. All right. So we'll just go ahead and 8:15. We're getting Phil. What's up with 8:15? Who told you this 8:15?
It's a joke.
All right.
It's a joke.
All right. Here, come
It's
on
a
in.
joke.
So where's your sidekick?
I have no idea.
Hey.
Pancho. Is
All right. Here, we'll see. We'll hold your seat in here.
Yeah,
and,
we'll hold the seat. You know,
Yeah,
that's
we
what
don't
gotta
have to.
do.
So this year, or this week, now, you don't have to watch yourself, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, I like
so
that.
So we got that piece
I like,
on.
I
And,
like that.
Yeah.
But hold on, which camera am I looking at? I'm looking at that
Oh, yeah,
camera or
you
that
just
camera?
rely on those two. You can kind of
Those
just keep
two,
going
okay.
back and forth wherever they want to go.
Good.
So, good to see
So
you.
how's it going?
Good. I had no idea we had an international film festival.
Oh,
That's cool.
really? I didn't know.
That
That's what she was. That's what she was talking about.
56 years.
56 years it's been in Rochester.
Wow. But you know what? It's crazy because unless you look for it or unless they really market it to you,
Yep.
you wouldn't know. Like, I guarantee you, if like we frequented the little theater,
We'd
we
probably
might
know.
have known about it. But
I want to go for one, if no other reason. Where is it? It's actually in the George Eastman House.
Oh, okay.
Can you imagine the theater in the
Oh, yeah, I
Eastman
can
House?
only imagine. I've heard the pool table room up in there is crazy. The grounds are crazy. So yeah, I think
That's cool.
movies on a shoestring.
Yeah.
And we know something about it. We know
something
we
about
know a
shoestring.
thing or two about the shoestrings.
Yeah, the shoestring budget thing.
Yeah, so pretty
Well,
cool.
It's good
So,
so you can track down Chad Tag.
Yeah, how did Soho turn out?
I think, well, that's where we met Josephine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she came by yesterday, loved the concept, and called today and asked to be on. We've actually had a few other people already follow up to be on. Now, it was pretty fantastic. I think it really went well.
Did you meet Tess?
Yes.
You met Tess?
Mike talked with her quite a bit. She's got some cool things.
She's got a book that she's about to publish. She got a caps that she makes. Yeah, she's got 5 books. I guess she's ready to publish one of them. So we were talking about that. But you know what? There was a pretty good event over there. Besides the fact that Dinosaur was there. I don't want to endorse them because they didn't cut a check. Did they cut a? No, they didn't cut a check.
No, they didn't. No.
So I don't want to technically endorse. Yeah, just.
Oh, nice you could join us.
But yeah, no, it was a good event, and there was a lot of diversity, a lot of different businesses there. So that was pretty cool. I'll take my seat. I'll let this gentleman over here get his seat. Got the clicker and everything.
You guys talking about me? Because my ears were ringing.
Yeah. We were talking about you. We were saying nothing but nice things, though. Nothing but nice things.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, I'm serious. They were nice things, right, Chuck? Yeah, oh yeah, no, the best. The best. Yes. Because that's what we do.
You know, I have trouble trusting you right now.
You have trust issues?
Yeah, no, I have trouble trusting you
Let's talk
right
about
now.
that. Hold up, Chuck. Can we get the long couch so he can lay down and he can tell me his problems? All right, we're gonna go ahead and lay you down.
What?
No homo. Pound.
Did you hear this? You've been hanging out with her too much, man.
I don't even know her. Have no idea who you talking about.
Anyways, can we get on with the show? Because I don't like how you're making me feel about talking about laying me down.
Tag's feeling sensitive.
Yeah, you don't tell a man you're going to lay him down.
He's feeling sensitive. It's okay. Tell me how you really feel.
Your hands are cold. Your hands are cold. What is it, for that beer?
It must be, yes.
You're alcoholic.
I
have apple cider.
They say cold hand, warm heart.
No, cold hand, warm heart here.
Okay, all right. So anyway, welcome back to 15 Minutes with yours truly.
You know we need to rename this.
Yeah, eventually, but not right now. Right now it's 15
We should
minutes.
put a poll out.
We already used up. Oh, no, we're good.
No, we got time.
We're not even, we're good.
Hey,
we haven't even started yet.
We should ask our viewers, what do you think we should name the show?
All right.
Some ideas.
How many? Oh, we can't
might
tell.
not take it.
We can't tell how many people we have anymore, right? Mike, we can't tell how many people are actually watching anymore, right?
I'll look at it.
If not, it's okay. It's got to be at least 10,000, so I'm not worried about it, right? At least 10,000. That's what the Nielsen ratings, well, we call them the Nieves ratings. They're a little bit different than the Nielsen ratings. The Nieves ratings, they come in every week, right? The Nieves ratings.
The Nieves ratings.
The Nieves ratings. I like it.
I just realized
That's a
I
nice ring
posted
to
it. It was private, so I had to turn it to public. So
It has a nice ring to it, so I like
the Nieves ratings.
The Nieves ratings. Right now, we are really all the way in deep in Joseph Avenue, a high concentration on 6th Street, right?
That's where we're at now?
Yeah, 6th Street.
Okay.
We're broadcasting live. That's where we really have a lot of fans.
I'll go with that.
6th Street, Bay Street,
La Conqui,
La Conqui,
La Clinton,
yeah, Clinton Avenue, Norton.
y La Clifford.
I heard that little Mexican house on Norton. You ever seen that little Mexican house on Norton?
What part of Norton?
Like going between Joseph and Carter, like right after the Dominican restaurant, right after El Latino, right after Franklin.
There's a little Mexican house.
It's a little Mexican house, yeah. It's a pretty nice looking house. I like it. Yeah, I don't think you've ever seen it.
No, I just drove by an ill house today.
Where?
Off of Park Avenue or East Avenue? No. This house was different.
Every house.
This house, look, it was just built, looked like Chinese stuff. It was ridiculous. If I wasn't going so fast to pick up my son, I would have stopped and took a picture. I said, Julio will buy this house one day, and I would become his little half man because, you know, at 2.5 men, I'll be Alan Harper, you'll be Charlie.
You could be my roommate.
I'll just live with you.
We should be roommates.
I'll cook, I'll clean, just give me a room.
All right, we can do that.
As long as I can do what I gotta do.
We're going to find that house.
No, I know where it's at.
Last week's show was a little crazy. We had a crowd.
We did.
Beautiful crowd.
Yeah.
Beautiful women.
Well, they knew I was here.
Yes, they all came for him. They left with me. It's okay. Doesn't matter.
Someone had to carry you home.
Doesn't matter who they came with, it's who they leave.
Someone had to carry you home.
But yeah, it was very interesting. But at the same time, we're back to our mics.
Yeah, you didn't like that headset
I
stuff.
didn't like the headset stuff.
I didn't mind it.
Plus, it didn't even sound good.
Well, I did notice when I was watching the show, I told you that my mouthpiece was too close. I was loud, and you were too low.
Yeah, so
We had to
we're
like
good.
somehow synchronously balance it out. So
we're
it
good
is
as
what
far
it
as
is.
that.
I mean, we're gonna have to talk to someone over here who wasn't letting us know.
We're not watching ourselves on a delay anymore, right? We were watching ourselves.
No,
right
you
there
were
on a
worried
delay.
about that. I wasn't looking at that.
I didn't even like it.
No, that
threw
didn't
me
even
off.
bother me. I don't even
It
look
threw
at the
me
clock right now. He says 15 minutes. Fuck that. We got half an hour.
It threw me off. It threw me off.
We got half an hour.
Yeah, I don't want half an hour though. Just 15 minutes.
Don't worry about it.
Contract only pays us 15 minutes.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes, you know,
Yeah, no, I'm trying to stick to the contract because then you know how it is, man.
you give them an inch
you
and they take a mile.
You can't give the white man that much.
Yeah.
Down.
All
It's
right.
not part of the plan.
All right,
bro.
all right.
Regroup.
When you guys start,
Regroup.
when you guys start your own show, you have
So, well, we're working on that.
Oh,
On a 15 minutes.
rim shot. Look at you.
See,
All right. So,
Mike's a Detroit fan. What are you guys right now? You're probably winning more games than
2-0.
us. 2-0. So we're
Whoa.
0-2.
Maybe did they win today? I don't know.
We'll talk about that
Detroit
later.
Pistons or
No,
Detroit
no,
Tigers?
Detroit everything.
Oh, you're all Detroit. You haven't had a season since freaking
He's in Detroit.
Dennis Rodman was there.
True. All right, but let's not get on that.
No, I'm just messing
We're
with
gonna
you.
be there all day.
I used to watch the Detroit Pistons. That was a good time against Bird and, huh?
Bad boys.
Yeah, the bad boys.
They were all high on coke and throwing baskets.
Yeah, they were doing all that crazy stuff.
Detroit City.
So pretty much we don't have to worry about last week's show.
Well,
and the
speaking last week,
craziness. What's up?
recap us about what happened over at Latinas Unidas anniversary.
Well, hold up, that's slide number 3.
You know what? I'm trying to work with you here. I'm trying to make this
Hold
as
up.
natural as
Hold
possible.
up, no, you gotta go, bro. Come
Oh.
on. There's a process to this, man.
But I thought we were recapping last week, and last week
we
was.
did. No, that was this week.
You know what? Hashtag keep up.
Yeah, hashtag slow down.
All right, hashtag keep it moving.
Hashtag Facebook call out. So we're gonna go right now on Facebook.
What you got?
We're gonna see who's doing what.
Oh, are those
my
high
God,
school
a
pictures?
High school picture.
Oh, who the hell is
M.
that? Oh,
Serrano,
that's
Emerson.
Millie.
That's Millie?
That's my sister's husband's sister. My
right,
sister's
well.
husband's sister.
This is what she looked like in high school.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, she's done.
Wow.
You know what? Send that to me.
Wow.
I'm gonna send it to Danny.
Oh, hold up. There's more. You know any of these?
Who? Where?
Right there. Benitez.
Oh, she does look familiar.
I don't know who that is.
No, there's no more. Oh, look at that one. Look at the hair on that
Wow.
one. Man, the 80s were awful to
The
people.
80s were awful, but no, this is crazy because this is 1996.
Oh, there's no excuse then.
No, just playing, just playing.
Who the hell is that? No, I think those were the 80s, dude.
That looks like the 80s.
That was the 80s.
Yeah, it looks like the 80s.
Yeah, that was the 80s. Late 80s.
Oh, it's us.
It's us.
It's us. So
It's us.
That's a good thing right there. What else?
Oh, dude, you're slow at this. Let me help him out a little bit. Hashtag someone needs help.
Backspin is eating. It looks good, whatever it is.
Backspin needs a freaking Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah, keep doing that.
Where are you going now? This is the second week in a row that you left me. Who do you think you are? You know what? That's why nobody likes you. Who just got married? Oh, someone just got married. Liliana Maisonets just got married on a freaking 9 hours ago. This is on Thursday. Dalia's about to have a major meltdown. Dalia, Pedro Dalia. Oh, Havoc's back in the rock. Welcome back.
Ricardo Vega's having fun
Hashtag
at the
welcome back.
Ricardo Vega is having fun at the park with the kiddos, being a big old kid. Why not? My tall self struggled to fit down the slide. Hee hee. That's Ricardo Vega. Alrighty, so obviously you're updating your Facebook statuses and not watching us. You're trying to fit down slides. You're having meltdowns. You're eating good food. You're sharing your 1970s yearbooks. 80s, not 70s, 80s, but you're not watching us. What's going on?
Hashtag, you did not do good on the Facebook thing this today. Hashtag do better.
Hashtag, so what?
Hashtag makeup artist over here.
Hashtag,
Man, what are you drinking? You're like on a
know.
blur today.
I don't know.
I'm gonna-
beer. It's beer.
I don't know. There's something
beer.
else in there.
It's beer.
Is that elephant urine?
No.
I wonder about
All
you
right,
sometimes.
so let's move along.
I worry about
Moving
you
along.
sometimes.
April 5th. At the Rochester Plaza. What's going on April 5th at the Rochester Plaza?
April 5th at the Rochester Plaza, we have. Isn't that the wine sabor de vino? What is it? Sabor de, is that vino de sabor?
It's right there in front of you.
Vino con sabor.
Yeah.
Wine event recap reconocimiento. Okay, no, I'm reading now. I'm reading too much into it. Whatever, man. I mean, can somebody bold that up and bring it down? You don't put those two things together like that. I'm gonna talk to the executives around here. This is bullshit.
All right, Vino con Sabor wine event.
It's a Puerto Rican festival sponsored event.
Puerto Rican festival sponsored event. This Saturday at the Rochester Plaza Hotel. It's going to be basically fine wine meets good food meets good people, good music.
Yesterday was the last day to get tickets.
Yeah, it was. So
but I'm sure if you know Orlando, you can probably get your way in this. What is it, $40? Mm-hmm. $40 for a 3-course meal. You get to taste all the wine in the world.
Yes, well, not all the wine in the world. Just to
come on, man. I'm trying to sell it. You just keep messing it up.
Well, it's already been sold.
No, is it sold out?
Pretty much.
That's not sold out.
Pretty much.
What are you guys looking at?
Not much.
As long as she's not talking shit, I'm good.
What's that?
What are you? Don't hit me with spitballs again. This is not 3rd grade.
Watch her. Reconocimiento Awards.
How did I go last week?
It was a great show. Great turnout.
Tell me more.
It was at the convention center. There was
how many people?
325.
Were they all on time?
I wasn't, so I don't know.
Okay, because I mean, you're not so Puerto Rican.
Were they on time?
You?
No, were they? Not me. Were they?
Were you?
I was.
I noticed that you went and you went and you went.
He went.
And you went.
He went.
Hey, we got.
That place had to be boring as hell because I wasn't there.
Actually, they talked about it. No, they talked about it. They said they were like, Tag's not here. It's nice.
They were like, boring.
They were like, you know what? It was, but yeah, it could have been a little bit more livelier.
Of course. Somebody went up.
No,
I bet you somebody went up on stage and said, listen, I have 2 words for this event, and it's bowl and ring.
Wow. Daisy, if you're listening.
Daisy, make that up. No, bofetada. Next, listen, Daisy, give me 15 minutes next year. I'll make the place nice.
No, but they don't really
I'll have everybody laughing.
They don't want the place for clowns.
Clowns?
They don't
listen, do you want to co-host or not?
This is Latino Reconocimiento Award. Bro.
No doubt. I'm not going to embarrass myself for nobody. What do you think I am? I'm not that loud drunk you think I am. You need to start getting
Can I get the audience?
What?
Somebody from the audience?
They don't matter. Who are they?
Bro, there's tons of people in the audience.
Yeah, okay. There you go. One.
Hey.
One.
Where were you last week?
Exactly. When the white guys are there, and
I was having
Latino
fun. I wasn't
can't
in
get
a boring place.
I don't know, but no, I was.
No, I'm sure it was a great event. It always is.
It was a great event. The keynote speaker, Esmeralda Santiago.
Did you do what I suggested?
She was good.
Did you swap books?
Nah. I didn't even get to. Bro, there was like a line of people just.
Oh, wait. But you're Julio Esco Jordan.
Doesn't matter.
No. See, you need to carry that name up there, and you'd be like, excuse me. No, it's Julio. I got this real quick, and just introduce yourself.
You know what?
30 seconds, all it takes. My name is Julio Jordan. I wrote a book. I like you to read it. I bought your book,
That used to work, but then people saw the show.
What are you talking
they
about?
Were like, you're on TV with Ricardo Tag Nieves.
Oh, I just fucked up your image, huh?
Everything is gone.
I just ruined your entire image.
Everything is gone.
You know what? I'm the only friend you got.
Sympathize with me.
Sympathize with you.
Sympathize with me.
Would you? Listen, Chuck, really?
What?
Do I got to work under these conditions?
No.
Find me a new host.
All right. So, great awards show, 20th anniversary. Mercedes stood up there way too long. I'm sorry, Mercedes. I love you to death.
How long was she up there?
An hour into the speech. She did.
No.
She had a great speech.
No, an hour.
Great speech.
It wasn't an hour.
She did a half an hour in Spanish and then brought it back half an hour in English.
No way.
Yeah, I swear to God. But it wasn't only her, right?
Why couldn't she just have someone
Everybody wasn't
translating with her?
Or
doing sign language.
No. They all had 2 minutes to do their acceptance speech.
Not
2
Mercedes.
minutes. An hour and 45 minutes later, between the 4 ladies that went up there to present, to accept the award, Annette Ramos.
Yeah.
She is a great speaker. She'll get up there, but seriously, after 30 minutes, yeah, we got to really work it. I talked to a couple of people. They
need a facilitator.
Nameless, but next year we're going to either have like the Showtime with the Apollo.
No. No. What you need to do, like the Oscars, start turning the music on.
There we go.
Start turning the music on.
Something like that. We're going to
give them a hint. You gotta get off.
No disrespect whatsoever, because you all deserve the awards. It was a great night, but you got to keep things moving.
But you know what I love about our show? We can tell them how we feel.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We love y'all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we love y'all to death.
Because if I was there, and I would have told you that night, Mercedes, what the hell's wrong with you, girl? What's wrong with you, girl? Like really, an hour? You know what? Come with me to the bar. You need a drink. Yeah. Your mouth's got to be dry.
Talking about that, you know who performed? Antonetti's, of course.
Oh, they left.
And Danielle.
They seem to omit that information out of there.
Danielle was there too.
Really?
Which I was surprised. I was like, okay.
Well, whenever he's in town, he does play with the band.
You know, and
but I mean, the thing is, when he's in town,
they did a great show. The only bad thing is as good as this show that they put on was, nobody was dancing.
Well. That
type of event.
Yeah, it wasn't that kind of event.
Yeah, it wasn't that kind of event.
But you know, if I was there, I would have grabbed the oldest lady and just turned her around and started dancing with her. I would have grabbed her ass just to get attention. Everybody would have went on the floor.
You know, talking about dancing, you know who was actually doing this thing?
Who?
Father Tracy.
On the scooter?
Yeah.
No way.
Scooter. Yes, he was.
He was doing figure eights?
Merengue.
Doing figure eights?
Merengue. Like, I'm like, I didn't know Father Tracy could move like that.
Father Tracy, man. Father Tracy.
God bless him.
You know, I have a little joke. No, I'm not. No.
Yeah, no. Don't even go there. We're going to save that for...
I do have my limits.
That'll be on Tag's Facebook page.
No, I do have my limits. Just all I know is this. If you had your kids baptized by him, you might want to check out the water.
All right, moving along. Sports and entertainment.
New York Yankees season opener.
We suck.
Amazingly, my boy texted me. He's a Yankee fan down in North Carolina. He's originally from here. He goes, "Yo, Yankees are 3-0." I'm like, dude.
Yeah, right.
Come on. The season just opened, 3-0. They're gonna mess it up anyways.
Yeah, no, we're 0-2.
What do you think is the problem with the Yankees?
We're 0-2.
Whatever it is, he told me that.
Yeah,
maybe he was telling me the pitch count. I don't know. I haven't been watching.
Unless we lost today to the Astros, we're 0-2. We quite possibly are 0-3.
What do you think is wrong with the Yankees?
Where should I start?
If you have to pinpoint one individual, if you had to. I know there's a various things.
I'm going to go straight to Joe Girardi. I'm going to go straight to the coach.
Not me.
Where are you going to go?
Brian Cashman.
Oh, yeah.
You got to go.
Yeah, no, but...
Because if Brian Cashman was gone, Joe Girardi would be gone too. I don't think Girardi can bring that team back to the greatness.
I got you. I respect that.
I think Brian Cashman, I've said it for years, he needs to go.
Start at the top and work.
Yeah, I mean... I was just talking upstairs to some of the guys up there, and there was a young GM that was with the Red Sox. Now he's with the Cubs. He's the one that brought the championship back.
Yeah.
He was a young guy, late 20s, early 30s. Yeah. I believe. I
forgot what movie it was, but I know it was basically his story.
Yeah, it wasn't about it. No, that was the other one with Brad Pitt. That was about the A's. Moneyball. But that was about the Oakland Athletics.
But I thought it was dude that ended up going to Boston.
No, he didn't go to Boston. He actually bought into the franchise of the Oakland A's.
All right, well, anyway.
Well, yeah, young GM. Okay. He brought all that back. What I'm trying to say is that Yankees need new fresh blood, new fresh ideas, new fresh everything to bring it back. Yeah. I mean, right now, this is it. The old glory days are gone. It's time to I've already said it for years. It's been time to rebuild, but look how long it's been taking.
Yeah. But, and we don't really have a star, man. So that's going to be interesting. What about Deshaun Jackson being a Redskin?
Who cares?
You know what? I really don't care.
I don't care.
Because Redskins and Eagles both...
They both kiss my ass.
Yeah. Michelle, Eagles, kiss ass.
I hope you go to sleep over and figure out where you're at. We all leave you here.
My biggest thing is this. My biggest thing is this with that whole Deshaun Jackson thing. Is that Philly... "quote unquote" let him go. They said because
but you know what they did.
But they said because it was gang.
No, they were looking for a reason to drop him, and whether it's true or not, they didn't have to go that route. Just drop the man.
Yeah,
just drop him.
Why make excuses?
Why you got to put him out there in public and say he's gang affiliated? Yeah. But now you're messing with his character, whether that's true or not.
Now, one thing I don't know if you read it, which I actually was going to bring it, so Mike could kind of throw it on the screen, but I didn't.
Chuck, you're doing nothing. You can be the bartender that you are.
Wow. Richard Sherman. You know Richard Sherman.
Absolutely. He's a household name.
Richard Sherman.
I'm the best corner in football. Can't nobody mess with me. I don't told you.
Can't nobody block me.
Can't nobody block me.
But he ended up writing a blog. talking about Deshaun Jackson being quote unquote a thug, a gang related member. And his thing, and I loved it, he has a couple points that were a little too crazy, but his biggest point was this. Do you expect me, because I came from the hood, right? Came from the hood. They both, Deshaun Jackson came from Compton, from LA.
Yeah.
So did Richard Sherman. They come from the hood, and what he's saying is, do you expect, just because I made it out the hood, for me to neglect and forget all my friends that helped me get to the point?
Oh, so now you're guilty by
You know
association?
what I'm saying? So that's what it is. And one thing that he made a great point was that Deshaun Jackson's dad died of cancer. And when his dad died, the only people that were there were his homeboys.
Wow.
Right? So those were the people that was there. You know how it is.
Yeah, no
A lot
doubt.
of times you get more love from your friends than you do from your own family.
As long as you stay real to where you came from.
So,
But some people forget where they come from.
So now, if I go ahead and I decide that, you know what I'm saying, my boy's from the hood, and I want to give him a co-host spot, right? Am I supposed to be, is that supposed to be used against me? I'm just playing. But it was a perfect opportunity.
I don't
had
like
to
it
take
right now.
How to take it. No, but seriously though, seriously. Because you decide not
Don't
to
be
give
laughing
up
back
on,
there. What's your cheerleading
you decide not to give up on your friends. Should you be held accountable for that? Especially if your friends are not really doing those things. They might be affiliated or they might have these stereotypes, but they're not really doing
I
it.
think that when you're in a professional sports, knowing the expectations and knowing that the people before you have already messed up so many opportunities for you to be who you are, I think that you need to be sensitive to yourself and realize that you do have people that are not affiliated the way you are professionally, and that they might hinder your image. So you need to be careful how you associate with them.
No doubt.
Yeah, go do your thing, but make sure you don't go out in the club with them and start hanging out knowing that they might get wild. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Go back home, have a nice barbecue in the backyard, hang out with them, talk to them, but don't go out with them. Aaron Hernandez, hello.
Yeah, but that was different.
It is different, but
that was
he just didn't know how to cut off his ties.
Aaron Hernandez was like, yo, that dude right there, I don't like him. Let's go shoot him. That's a big difference.
Well, listen,
That's a big
he's suspected of. He's not guilty of.
No,
yet.
my man's guilty.
Hey, we don't know that.
My man, bro, you can't make.
I'm not gonna throw no Latino under the bus. Sorry.
All right, sorry. All right. Well, anyway, moving on.
Well, wait, real quick before you say that, it's funny how you say about being real to yourself. My brother, my brother had his friends and I had my friends. Obviously, we different sides of friends. I'm still in contact with Zone, one of his friends. I met Zone through my brother.
Yeah.
So I put a picture up on Facebook last week, and I hope that person somehow finds this video. And I'm not going to say his name, but I hope he does see this video. My brother went to send him a picture because it was a picture of them, and was like, "Yo, check out this picture, whatever. Old school days. All of us." The dude, no, not the dude. I don't know what he felt, but he kept untagging himself in the picture and kept removing the picture from his thing, and then he deleted my brother, unfriended
so
him.
he basically caught feelings.
So my brother was like, yo, don't forget where you came from. I've been out of Rochester for over 20 years, and I don't forget where I came from, and I still love my childhood and how I came up. Obviously, you got a problem with how you feel about things, so he was like, deuces to you, and they used to be tight homies.
No, but and that's the thing, man. I think when you get to a certain point, and I know that me personally, things have changed. I got some friends that stick around and I've been around and will forever be around. And I got some friends that, we don't talk as much. But the phone number, like Biggie said, call the crib, same number, same hood. It's all good as he videotapes.
Are you videotaping?
Yeah, he's videotaping. But he's videotaping. But the whole point is that you have to keep certain people at a distance, and you have to be mindful of what you do.
That's what I was trying to say earlier.
What you do. Like if I get up with you, and you're like, yo, I got a brick with me, or I got a gun on me, I'm gonna be like, yo.
At the same time, though, let's say I'm a professional sports athlete, and you're still in the hood, and you're doing that.
Yeah.
You should respect that I have a life professionally.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like
if you're
that.
a real friend.
If you're a real friend, you be like, listen,
yeah.
man, I had something to do. I didn't want to bring it around you.
Oh,
now
yeah.
let's go chill. I'm clean right now.
Oh, yeah.
Don't bring no gun and have the truck full of stuff.
No, let me tell you something. I'll tell you like this. This is how you tell me, right? Let's say it's you, and I'm the professional athlete. You're like, yo, I got some stuff on me. How much is it worth? $1,000, $2,000. Don't worry about it. Throw it away right over there in that garbage.
I'll give you the money for it.
I'm giving you the money for it.
Yeah, just throw it out. Just throw it out.
To deal with that. But that's what I'm talking about. When you have situations like that, I'm not going to cut.
Real friends will respect where you're coming from.
Yeah, and try to help you
to
get out of that situation.
Well, the other friend will be like, you know what? I'm gonna help you get out of this.
Yeah.
But the friend that's still stuck in there should be like, you know what? I'm not gonna get my man mixed up in this because he could lose his whole career and everything on this stuff. So
that's the truth. Man.
That's real friends right there.
So we're gonna leave that on that right there. On that note,
Deshaun Jackson,
we're still gonna crack you. He's still going down when the
Yo, we
Giants
got-
meet the Redskins. No question about it. Veronica, I was telling you about her earlier. Lovely young lady that we met last week.
The freaking
What?
comedian, man.
Perfect
Yeah,
segue.
look at Chuck Norris. He look like a Bible doll over there. He's like, yeah.
Perfect segue. So
Can
Veronica,
somebody? I'm drunk. Can I get a mason glass? Something?
Veronica has.
Some lights beaming up. I'm sorry.
Can
It's
we
just
listen? Can we focus? Hashtag.
hashtag my new business.
ADHD medication.
Hashtag my mouth is dry. Hashtag can I get a drink? Hashtag where's my bartender? Hashtag right now.
So Veronica, who we met last week at the little function, right?
Yes.
She has this website called smoochingfrogs.com.
That was very. I was listening to the name last week and I'm like, this.
No, smooching.
I don't know what it means, but it's different.
No, I checked it out. And it's all like dating stories from a woman's perspective.
A blog.
A blog.
Oh.
So she has stories, her friends, herself that she's been through just in the dating scene.
Can I have your drink?
No. We're cool, but we're not that cool. Now you're asking me to take a bottle.
Well, that's.
I'm not gonna
I just
take a
realized how
bottle.
low you are. That's all
Yeah,
babas.
yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
So she's actually going to be joining us. I'm hoping not this Thursday that's coming up, next Thursday. She'll be here. She'll tell us a little bit about smoochingfrogs.com. And she's also going to potentially, well, we'll say this. She's going to audition for our female third host. We talked about having a female host, right?
Why don't you elaborate about what the ultimate goal is for our 15 minutes?
Oh, the ultimate goal is to make this an hour long, right? It's to have a lot more than just me and him talking junk.
We already got our
All
third
night.
host, which is
Have
Johnny.
a third host, which is Johnny. Well, Johnny's gonna have his own segment.
Johnny's gonna have his own little segment.
Nene, which is my boy Orlando's wife. Nene's gonna
She'll
have
pop in
her
and out.
own segment with the fitness. Johnny's
Fitness?
gonna do
Dog
fitness.
food.
No,
No, I'm just kidding.
That's messed up. Fitness and dog food. Hey, you could probably stay fit by eating dog food. Who knows? She'll talk about
I
it.
used to eat dog food.
She'll talk about it.
What's
So,
wrong
yes.
with that?
Um,
I ain't a dog for no damn reason. Roof.
Johnny's gonna do tattoos and cars.
He doesn't know that yet.
No, he's gonna get there.
Hashtag you don't know yet.
And then we're gonna have our regular guests, guests on the show. So I already talked to Ray Mayolis. He was over at the Reconocimiento Awards. Want to have him up here. And there's so many people in our community that I want to make sure that we interview, so that we're gonna have 15 minutes just for them, and then segments. So I'm gonna do a travel segment. You're gonna do maybe a cooking segment. No cooking.
I don't want to share my secrets, man.
All right, don't share your secrets.
I just don't.
So we're gonna make it work, and that's gonna be the future. But for right now, we're already.
I will tell you
We're
this.
already going into 30 minutes.
The secret is in sofrito.
Is it? Oh, of
The
course.
secret is in a
If
sofrito.
you don't make homemade sofrito, you're not cooking, right?
Well, you can't cook.
Yeah, it's not cooking.
I don't
It's
care
not
what.
cooking. But they sell Goya. I'm just kidding. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Did you just bring beer?
It was a joke. I'll take a beer. New
that's
movies. New movies that we've watched.
New movies.
I got one movie that I watched.
I hope it's not Frozen Part 2.
No. I watched Frozen. That was last week. That
He was
with
on
the
some
kids.
Frozen shit last week.
No, I was, but it was a great movie. It was a great movie. A Little Snowman, great character.
Okay.
No, but this week I watched. Guess what I watched?
I can't read your freaking mind.
You can read my mind.
No, I want.
You can't read my mind.
The only
See,
thing
that's the reason why we're not. That's the reason why it's.
No, I'm not even thinking right now.
co-host.
All I'm thinking about is a
Because-
drink. And here it goes, my friend.
No,
wait, him first?
Yeah, look.
I've been
right
the one
there. No,
complaining for long.
Hold on, real quick. Look.
You know what? Right about now, I'll take anything.
Yeah. Talking
I
cocktail.
put extra fruit in there for you too.
Oh, that is so.
What the hell is
Oh
that?
my God, that is so cute.
It's a super kitty cocktail. It's got high C.
Oh.
It's got vitamin C in there.
That's like a bunch of sugar. That's against my
This
diet,
is
man.
the
for your
Blue
breath.
Bar
That's for the breath.
special.
My
I'm
breath.
not saying it. I just don't know what you ate earlier.
Yes. Wow, that is so cute.
No, is this really for me?
No.
Who's this for?
For you.
It's for you.
What the hell is? No. If it's liquor, it's mine. But if it's not, it's his. It's liquor.
It's a kitty cocktail.
It's a Shirley Temple.
You see the freaking respect I get up in this show? I'm talking to my agent tomorrow.
It's a Shirley Temple. No, but I watched The Wolf.
You guys, this is like a. I'm sorry.
Listen to me. Don't focus on him. Listen to
It's
me.
like a conspiracy up in here.
Bro, focus. Todd, focus. Chuck. Yeah. Extra medication next week for this one, please.
Let me stock up on a Hennessy.
The Wolf of
Wall Street.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
Nah, I told you the movie's good.
Phenomenal movie. phenomenal.
Movie's really good.
Phenomenal. If you haven't watched that movie,
Very, very good movie.
you are selling yourself short. Great movie. Like, that movie had me so amped up that I started writing. Like, when a movie gets me to the point where I want to write, because I'm like, damn, I want to
That
write
is a
something.
writer's type of movie.
I want to write something even a quarter as good as that movie, and I'm good.
What's the scariest movie you ever seen?
Scariest movie I ever seen?
Ever.
Damn, scariest movie I ever seen. But I mean, when I was young, every movie.
Doesn't matter. I don't care. Just name one.
Damn, that's
Don't worry.
hard.
We only got another half
Yeah,
hour.
we only got. Chuck's already looking at us like, what the
You know
heck?
what's mine?
What's the scariest movie?
My scariest movie ever is freaking Outbreak. That Outbreak monkey had me scared. The Outbreak monkey? That thing could really happen, man. I don't trust the government, and they be injecting needles and serums and all these tests of monkeys.
I am going to go.
All you gotta do is sneeze on you, and you caught something. You don't even know what you had. And then remember the part in the theater when the guy sneezes and it shows the germs flying through the air, and everybody's laughing and inhaling the germs. Airborne disease. Dude, I was
You're a
shaking.
germaphobe.
You're
a germaphobe.
I think everyone should be.
He's a germaphobe.
Listen, the Outbreak monkey is the worst, scariest character ever.
I'm going to go on the record
Forget
as
Michael
saying,
Myers, Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, the Outbreak monkey. I said it.
All right, he said it. He said it.
Hashtag Outbreak monkey.
Outbreak monkey.
Outbreak monkey.
Hashtag Dustin Hoffman, because he was in it, right? He was just in it.
Yeah, but he was scared as I
All right,
was.
so the scariest movie to me, damn. Now you I can't.
You can't top that.
I can't top that.
Really though.
I can't top that.
Really
so
though.
I'll come next week.
How about the
scariest
Children of the
movie.
Corn?
Yeah, that was some scary stuff. But when you look at it now,
How about Rosemary's
when
Baby?
you look at it now, when
Nah,
you
it's
watch
not.
it now, you're like, really? I was scared of
I
that?
was scared of that. Yeah.
Like, really?
No. I did watch a scary movie over the weekend with my kids.
You know what movie was scary? Is probably The Vow. The Vow was scary.
You know what I'm looking to watch is Devil's Due. I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it in a year. What movie is
No, I was gonna
coming
say-
out that you're looking forward to seeing?
Right now,
That's coming out.
Hey, look at Tess. Right now, I'm looking forward to seeing. Damn. You know why? I don't even.
There's
know.
really one movie that I really want to see.
Oh, the Avengers.
Yeah, but there's another movie that I really want to see that I know is going to take about a few more years to watch, maybe 2 more years. It's Batman vs Superman.
I didn't even know that was being done.
Oh, there was a big protest all over the internet because guess who took over this guy Christian Bale outed out of Batman. He don't want to wear the suit no more.
Okay.
They picked up Ben Affleck.
Oh.
The whole comic world is upset because they're like, Ben Affleck, whatever.
Gotcha.
But there's a movie, Batman and Superman, coming out.
All right, so I'm looking. I look forward to that.
Batman and Superman.
I look forward to
That's like, and I was going to say it. It's like, when you ever watch wrestling when you were a kid?
Yeah. When I was
I don't know. When I was a kid, it was always NWA and WWF, and we always had these dream matches going on. And finally, a dream match may happen next year. This was on MSN.com just yesterday. You know who Sting is, right? Sting.
He knows who's.
You know who Sting is. You know Undertaker, obviously.
Yeah, I heard of him.
They're talking about Sting's retirement match next year in WrestleMania is going to be Sting versus Undertaker. Okay. And by the way, Sting has never been in the WWE. He's the only superstar in wrestling who's never signed with WWE, which he's talking about his last match, retirement-wise, is going to be with The Undertaker in WrestleMania. That's major. And I'm taking my son next weekend, or this coming weekend, Sunday, to watch WrestleMania.
You do know wrestling is fake.
Do you know that I don't care?
Okay, just making sure.
It's entertainment. Are you not entertained?
Make sure.
Are you not entertained?
All right, so Pittsburgh Steelers announcement have decided to sit this season out.
What are you talking about?
They had a little chance.
Man, you need your eyes checked.
I didn't do this. I did not do this. But now that it's up, Pittsburgh Steelers announcement. They have decided to sit the season out. They acknowledge they had little chance of winning. They expressed concern about the number of boo-boos players might receive.
Who the hell did this?
Hinted at possible move.
This is not funny.
League. That is funny. That is funny. Oh my goodness. Hold up. See, that's why live TV is great.
I'm not talking to anybody here tonight.
Wow.
Who did that to my Steelers?
I don't know. I didn't do that.
I mean,
my word. I did not do that. All right, so we're gonna end the show.
No.
We have another guest that we want to make sure.
You guys got way too much time on your hands.
She gets some shine time, but Chuck, well played.
Yo, I'm heated now.
Well played.
No, I'm heated now.
Well played.
You owe me for that.
So we want you to send your suggestions via Facebook, Instagram, and pretty soon Twitter. So we're gonna be on Twitter. We're gonna start our own.
Don't talk to me
15
right now.
minutes.
Don't talk to me right now.
I want. He's feeling real emotional right now. Hashtag Pittsburgh sucks. Hashtag it's okay. But also visit Udicci.TV. And pretty soon, because my boy Joel, who's sitting over there, is going to be able to embed this on LuckyCaesar.com. So we're going to have that as well pretty soon. He doesn't know it yet, but he just shrugged down a little bit like, wow. Upcoming shows we already discussed. I'm sorry.
I'm not talking to you, man.
We're going to have the couch. We're going to talk about it.
I'm just saying, though.
We're going to talk about it.
Why you guys got best?
So we got a possible guest, which we already talked about. Potential guest host, we already talked about. As far as that, that's all we've got. We've already overextended our time.
Can I change the topic?
We've done much more.
Can I change the topic?
No, we are. We're going to get off.
No.
We're going to get off.
No.
They played a horrible prank on you, Tag.
Yo.
That should never happen again. But it is classic that it did. And we're going to leave it on that note. So, thank you for coming out. God bless you. Good night. We're out. I'm like, I didn't send that in the slides. I didn't send that.
This is the worst show ever. I hope nobody ever watches it again. Ever.
Yeah.
You owe me.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, if you hang out for just a few minutes, Josh is on his way down here with some ribs. How's that? Does that help?
I can't believe he actually did that.
Tim, are you going to come back up and you can sit out. It's up to you. I don't even know where we're at anymore. Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, cool. All right, so that was a little bit of fun tonight. So I hope those of you who thank you for coming out tonight. We appreciate it. Are you going to come on tonight? You're going to come on and talk? For those of you who don't know who's behind the camera, that simply means you have to tune in later to find out. That's what it means. Yeah, it does. All right, so, hey, had a little bit of fun tonight. 15 minutes obviously ran a little bit longer than 15 minutes, but that's actually our goal.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know and who are just tuning in, our goal is to actually make this not about us. That's kind of what Udicci is about. We want to represent other people. We want to get your message out to the world. And to that end, we're actually tonight announcing another show that we're going to be kicking off here. It's kind of fun. And I've been working on this quite a bit, and this will be a good time we'll just kind of have some conversation. Right now, this is sort of filler until Josh comes down with some ribs. And we're going to talk about I keep getting it wrong. It's like bourbon, bikers, barbecue, booze, broads. I think I don't know where they're going with this earlier. Suntan, yeah, we're all good. But the barbecue is fantastic. But anyways, so we're going to be introducing a new show starting probably mid-May or so, and it's called Appreciate Talent, and it's a producer's role. And one of the big things about this, as part of our economic development series, what we actually want to begin doing is starting to take a look at what it means to appreciate people. That's what the whole tonight's soliloquy was about. It's about actually trying to find what other people are doing that is good and promote that, so that as a community we can start increasing the value of everybody. So I think we're targeting Thursdays. We're going to hit that happy hour time frame. Probably start this around 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursdays, which if you stay tuned for a little bit, you'll find out coincides with some pretty amazing barbecue that's going to be going on out here at the Underground at Blue Bar and Grill. But the Appreciate Talent, it's a producer's role. What the concept is really is simply this. A producer's job is to appreciate talent. And when I say appreciate, what I literally mean is, just to take this out, if you go out to Dictionary.com, because we always have to give credit where credit is due, to Dictionary.com, appreciate is one of those words that we use quite a bit, but we really, what does it mean? And to appreciate means like to be grateful, to be thankful, and sincerely thankful, to value and in high regard, and to be fully conscious of something. And the last one is to raise in value. And that's what we want to do, is to start helping people to start looking at others in our community and finding the talent that they have. Now, this is going to be a kind of a unique way that we're going to approach this. We're going to do this a bit more like a regular seasonal type situation. This is going to be about 12 to 14 episodes. And what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be creating a multimedia piece. And what we want to do is get small business to have a better understanding what is involved with creating multimedia, because we think it's very important that small business understands multimedia. It's not going away, all right? As much as you might like sit there and go, oh, you know, enough with the Facebook, enough with the YouTube, it's not going away. This is the future of how you get your message out. I mean, you know, we sit here and make fools of ourselves each and every week so that you know it's okay to do it that way. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to walk through with having some creative professionals provide us what it means to produce we're going to look to produce a song from beginning to end. We're actually going to sit down with a concept in mind, go through and write the lyrics. We're going to get the music out. We're going to do some editing. We'll get into the actual video production of it. We'll talk about lighting, the importance of editing. All the while, we're going to be actually looking at this from a business perspective. You know, how is it? What can we find about this person? What can we find about that person? Where is their strength and how does that look? We're going to look at it from a leadership perspective and how to bring something to market. So all the while that we're learning about what is necessary to grow our business, we're also going to be learning about what's necessary to sell our business and to actually lead others in that capacity. So that's called Appreciate Talent, and like I said, we're going to be getting that going here in a couple months. And again, we want to invite you out. If you have an organization, if you got a business, a charity, something else that you want to get out the message in the organization or into the marketplace, we want to invite you to join us out here. And now comes the highlight of the night. I know you thought it was tag. It's not tag. Now is the highlight of the night. That's when we bring the ribs in. And that's what this is all about. All right.
Please come up.
So, come on over,
Looking
Josh.
nice.
Move over to the side. All right.
Beautiful.
So, hold on. You go ahead and talk about these ribs while I show them to the world. Oh, this is fantastic.
Oh, these are nice, never frozen pork ribs. They're St. Louis style. Nice. Got a nice rub on there with a sweet barbecue sauce, nice and caramelized up.
Nice.
It's definitely a good treat. We're doing this every Thursday night here for our barbecue and.
What's it called officially?
The barbecue and brew.
The barbecue and brew?
Yep.
Well, I saw one place it was the barbecue, bourbon, and brew, and then I thought maybe it was barbecue broads and beer. I don't know. I wasn't quite sure what it was.
It's all the good stuff.
It's all the good stuff.
We throw a little bit of everything in with it.
So, now I got the chance to have this earlier today. Now, have you been holding out on this? Is barbecue your thing?
I got a pass in barbecue. It's one of my specialties.
Yeah.
I got a few of them, but
not wow. Try the beans. Anybody else? You got to try the beans. Try the beans.
Yeah,
these are fantastic.
Barbecue beans. We take some of the pork.
I didn't try this yet.
This is the cornbread is out of this world.
Now, my wife's a Southern girl. So how's this going to do? How's it going to hand out?
It's not as dry as the Southern cornbread. It's moist like a cake. Wow. Sweet. It complements the meal very well. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
and you're right.
Phenomenal.
It's not as dry, which is cool. It's a little bit different, but this is fantastic. This is almost like dessert.
Yes. I compare it more to a cake than actually a
cornbread.
Those are awesome.
It is. So, we saw the big pit out back.
Yes.
And that's what now we're starting to get that nice smell that's going on in the neighborhood here.
We're smoking with hickory today. I think in the future we might be doing some applewood smoking.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that's local to the area, so
Cool.
we can get that wood in and really have some fun with it.
Now, is that something we're going to be able to do throughout the whole? Are we going to make it seasonal more or less, or we're not sure yet? We'll just
Not sure
call
yet.
it by-
I'm guessing it'll probably run through the fall.
Let's call it a limited time, and they have to get out here on Thursday.
You do got to try it out. I mean,
yeah, you guys, fantastic. Now we've got some good barbecue joints in town, undoubtedly.
oh yeah.
We do. And I'm not saying this to put Josh on the spot, but I am. Would you be willing to go up against some of the big boys with this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I've been up against them before, and I've fared pretty well. So nice.
Yeah, this is pretty
I've
fantastic.
had the barbecue tucked away for 5 or 6 years though.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I did a barbecue house exclusively. That was my first restaurant that I started, and was actually wrote the menu, executive chef, and I was a pretty young guy back then.
Nice.
I figured it out on the fly, and really I've developed it over the years, and
Tag, yeah, come try
Gotta
this.
try it.
Come on, Tag. You know that this is the time of the night when...
This is diet barbecue.
One little.
Tess?
No, I cannot cheat myself.
It's one little
You try some?
diet barbecue.
All right, hold on. This is the only way to eat a rib, right? You and your fork. What's up with that?
Hey.
We're taking Puerto Rico for these for 2 minutes.
Yeah. This is phenomenal. Now, did you make the sauce?
Made the sauce, made the rub.
Really? All
Oh
of it?
yeah, yep. No, it's totally from scratch.
That's a beautiful thing. So, now, when you're driving down Pixley Road on Thursday afternoons, I'm going to say this. You need to stop and smell the barbecue. All right? That was today I was walking in, and I'm like, this smells like something I have to find. Walked out back, found the pit. Nice little surprise, I guess, if
Yes.
you will. I was glad to see this. And I understand we're going to start getting the bike clubs out here.
Definitely.
And we're actually looking at putting maybe a grill out back.
Yep. Do it, right on the spot. Right on the spot
Fantastic.
barbecue.
So what do you think?
No, it's really good. Very, very good.
Oh yeah, no.
I was thinking
These are the
that we have
spare
more
ribs.
people
Save
trying
some
to
for me.
Try it. Hey.
When we get the action, we're gonna be throwing specials out there too. We'll do some briskets up,
Nice.
some baby back ribs. That's one of my specialties. You can my ribs. You can actually the baby backs. You can pull the bones out individually and then cut it with a knife and fork if you want to eat it nice and clean.
Oh, nice.
No, they're super super tender. These guys are really good too.
For those of you who
Very
can't
good.
come out on Thursday night,
you could
Josh is
smell
going to be at my house cooking on Sunday. Wow, this is pretty fantastic. So, are you exciting? Are you glad to get back to barbecue?
No, I love barbecue.
It's fun, right?
Yes, I enjoy eating it. So it's
I think
you know.
this is kind of like every guy's thing. It's like you have to, I feel kind of like I've just been completely emasculated, but I'm actually okay since I'm able to actually eat it. So
Yep,
we're kind
you
of
put it
good
over
with
your hands
that.
and you're going to
Yeah,
town
and I'll
with
just
it.
kind of go through this. This is really fantastic. And I know in the next couple weeks here, we've got Budweiser coming out with us, which beer always goes great with ribs.
Definitely.
On barbecue. People have to taste this. Now, not to give away your recipe, but my wife was saying, did you put beer? She tasted? No?
No beer.
I was going with I tasted some mustard in there.
A little bit.
A little bit in there,
bit,
yeah. I can't give it all away, but if you guys, if you're watching this and you like baked beans, it's all about what's in that little cup right there. I'm not going to try the corn yet, because that's like a vegetable. It's like, good for you. Whereas the beans, that's like candy.
This
So
corn's
is-
not good for you.
Huh?
This corn isn't good for you.
Oh, okay.
That's how good it tastes. It's not good for you.
So this is like candy. This is like candy on cake. All right. This is kind of pretty
He
fantastic.
said that. I got to try it now.
All right, go ahead and give it a
Oh, yeah.
shot.
Is that the, what is it? Cajun corn?
Cajun corn, yes. Yep.
Wow.
Very nice. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
A little kick and.
I won't be able to actually.
That's good.
Yeah, I won't be able to.
Yeah, I
shake
didn't
it.
bring the napkins.
No,
I
that's
brought
okay.
The forks, but
I'm gonna do a little bit more of this cake.
Everybody's picking on me about the fork. I'm noticing that there's no forks there. There's no
I should have
napkins
brought
up there.
a case of wet naps, maybe some gloves for your hands. Then you're gonna really want the town out.
Yeah, we're really good to this side. So, pretty fantastic. This is going to be a great thing. This is going to be the talk of the town in Rochester.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
You gotta come out
absolutely.
and try our ribs.
And don't you love a chef with confidence? And here's what I know: everything I've had to eat here since Josh has been here, fantastic.
Get in there. Get in there.
Stay behind the camera.
Hey, but watch it.
Somebody else has that saying, finger looking, but so I don't want to steal that brand. So this is finger looking great, fantastic. Or to steal something from last week, beep, and you'd have to watch last week's show to know about that one. So, all right, well, we appreciate you. What are you checking out? You making
No,
sure
I
you're
would
okay?
just see that pink ring in there.
Oh,
That
perfect.
tells you where the smoke got to. You get a nice little pink ring. That's where the smoke permeated into the meat.
Nice.
And I'm looking at it. I got a nice quarter to a half inch of pink in there, so that's very nice.
That and that's what I loved about the earlier. I tried some of my wife's barbecue that she had shredded, and you could taste the smoke.
Oh yes.
And you really I'm sitting here going all right, I need a wine with this, and I'm thinking I need a cab. I mean, this is going to need
Yes.
a nice big cab to hold up to this.
Yes, a bowl.
Right? Yeah, a nice big bowl cab. So I'm thinking we need to have a cake bread and cake. Have you had cake bread sellers?
Oh, yes.
All right, we need to have a cake bread cab and wine and rib day, like maybe on some Sunday, VIP treatment only, and you can come. All right, yeah, we'll have some fun with that. That's a pretty fantastic dinner. This is great.
Thank you.
So, all right, well, thanks for coming out again
Oh,
tonight.
definitely, guys. Thank
and
you very
we pull you
much.
away from your job here
Oh,
for a
no
little bit. We got to
problem.
get you back, but thank you.
No problem.
It's fantastic.
Enjoy.
All right.
Very good. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Too.
All right. So, winding up the last little show here, and we have
5 minutes, and I'm still got food to eat.
Yeah, we need to eat it all before Mike gets over here. He keeps trying to sneak his way over here to get some more food. You sure you don't want any test? It's good. It's good.
Come on,
It's really
try
good.
some. That's really good.
Right. So for those of you just tuning in first,
We're
this
eating
is
on camera.
Udicci.TV. This is what we do every week. We wait until about 9 o'clock at night to eat our dinner, but if you could taste this,
Wow.
you'd know why. Now, I understand that there's actually some company out there on the web, and they're starting to work on being able to send smell through the browser. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. It actually makes some sense, right? I mean, I don't know how many smells there would be, but you think about it with color, there's only 3 primary, whatever, you're looking at 5, right? So there's got to be a way, just like anything, if they could just send some JavaScript through and
Right.
here's the JSON ingredients, smells like this.
Did I see something about like there's a company that has one with bacon or something, or they were advertising?
Bacon. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
like
you're
a
right.
wake-up alarm.
It's a wake-up alarm that smells like bacon. Yes,
yeah.
that's exactly what I heard.
That's exact. I saw that. So
So
that wasn't crazy.
this doesn't smell or taste like bacon, but I'll take this any day over bacon.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Very good.
Yeah, I think that this could definitely be one of the best things that he's brought down here. And that's not to take away from anything. How about those nachos earlier?
Oh, those nachos are phenomenal too. Goodness
Amazing.
gracious. Yeah.
They really were.
Pulled pork nachos.
Pulled pork nachos are.
I don't know what we're gonna do for our happy hour events. Yeah. You know, that's gonna be weird. Like, I don't know. I mean, I kind of like our nighttime events. I think I'll be eating that entire day.
That's not a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing. All right, so I guess we're just about ready to wrap up for tonight. A little bit of a fun show once again out here, still working through, still growing, still time to get down here. Last week we had a great crowd. This week we had Soho, which means that we didn't get a chance to promote, to be honest with you.
It was kind of a busy week.
It was a big, it's like, as Tag always says, hashtag shoestring budget.
Yep.
It's 3 of us running like madmen around the world.
But don't forget Tuesday. We got to talk
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
What's Tuesday?
Tuesday. Residency series.
Residency series.
Please come
Oh,
out.
actually, you know
man.
what? You're actually right. I actually have things we're supposed to talk about. Hold on. Go ahead. Talk about the residency
Okay,
series.
so
Go
the
ahead.
residency series, David Michael
Ignore that.
Miller.
Ignore that. I'm on the chef's corner.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you like
You fell
that?
behind.
Do you like that? Bikes, bourbon, and
getting
barbecue.
it, yes.
And all I said, enough said. I mean, that's it. There was nothing to talk about there. All right,
Yeah,
go
but you're
ahead.
getting the thing all sticky.
I am not. Deal with it. Hey, if you're
ResidentCityMusic.com.
watching online, I'm supposed to do a social shout out. Follow us on Udicci. Go to Twitter. We're a social
got a
media
minute
company.
and
We
20
just
minutes. Don't have to
launched our
rush.
Udicci Twitter. Yeah. Oh, I don't have to rush.
Take your time. Tad.
We're a social media company. No, anyways, yeah, we are finally just getting launching after 4 years, but that's what business is all about, right, Tess? Right. You just keep going. You keep going until you get it right. And so if you're watching us right now, right there on your browser, you see where it says follow Udicci? Click that. Go over to Twitter. Start following us and have some fun. And while you're at it, look up Lexington Federal Credit Union on Facebook. Give them a like, too, because they're the ones that allow us to help everybody else. And don't tell, but we also get, we get the ribs because of them. Now, if you came down, you could have some ribs, but you got to be on the show to get a rib.
Chuck?
All right, so where are we here? Wrap up. So, yeah, these are some of the things we're talking about. So,
So
you were saying
residency series. Yeah, residency series Tuesday night from 7 till 9:30ish, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be David Michael Miller back with the Campbell Brothers. I guess they've got a stand-in sax player this coming time, but it's still going to be phenomenal because that's just absolutely amazing music. Great band, great original stuff. Come down, check it out, and they're just great people to hang around. Highly recommend coming down and hanging out with them and checking them out. So,
Mike, you want to talk about Amanda Ashley? No,
Switch.
Mike's not ready.
Mike wasn't ready.
Along with the new show that we're going to be starting here, Amanda Ashley is starting Afternoon Cocktail. You're going to want to keep an eye out for that. Amanda, she has a big...
I have a split screen going, so...
You got a split screen going?
Yeah, you should see this
Wow.
on the stream, man.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
I- You're right.
right
Oh,
now.
here we go.
You have to see this.
we're both gone.
Like, you were there.
How that happened?
I did that.
You
That's
did.
cool.
I did it. You did it. I did it. You're cool.
Oh, there's Tess.
All right, now we're back. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Tess is on here. Yeah, we're running 30 seconds over because 15 minutes ran 15 minutes over.
Or more.
So, yeah, Amanda, Ashley, afternoon cocktail, right?
Afternoon. Oh, I got it. Afternoon cocktail is going to be on Wednesday, starting April 30th.
Around that time,
Around
right?
that time,
That's what we're targeting.
4 o'clock. She's going to bring in community organizers, artists, talking about recipes, all kinds of things going on. I'm looking at Chuck, just
This is phenomenal.
crazy. I'm happy with all the food there.
Oh, really?
Amanda, you'll get to try the food. Don't worry. We know you like Blue Bar and Grill's food, so you'll be enjoying that as well.
All right, and we got about we have 1 minute and 30 seconds over right now, but I want to give a big time shout out to Kara from Rahama Home, and I want to just really welcome you on board, and we are really, you are a godsend. We want to thank you. And with that, good night and God bless.
Remember the Flintstones when they put the big barbecue, the big dinosaur?
Oh,
grill
yeah,
on?
right.
And the car fell over.
Did you try it?
No, I can't do that right now, dude. I got things to do.
Try some, man.
I'll fall asleep behind the wheel. No way.
Okay.
No way.
Okay, so now I have a question for you guys. I'm